Good evening. Welcome to Yin and Restorative Yoga. I'm Shraddha Hilda. It's always an honor to guide you through your practice. Tonight you're going to need maybe a couple of blankets, a couple of pillows, a block if you have one, or some books, just in case. Just have them nearby, possibly using them to support your body throughout this practice. So restorative yoga and yin yoga are all about stillness, allowing yourself just to be. So the opposite of doing. So we start in a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Sitting at the edge of your blanket and just allowing yourself to soften, giving yourself a moment to arrive. Placing one hand on your heart, gently bowing towards your heart. Coming home to your body, your breath, your mat. Allowing this to be a practice of surrender. Softening the I, the me, the mine. Softening the ego. Just allowing yourself to receive whatever is here right now. And yes, you will notice your mind wanders because that's what the mind does. Just keep coming back to your heart. Take 5 more breaths. Softening the I, the me, the mind. Softening the ego. And maybe you allow yourself to take a few cleansing breaths. And as you inhale, you'll inhale through the nose. As you exhale, exhaling through the mouth. And maybe you feel yourself releasing something that is no longer serving you. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. A few more times. Taking your sweet time. As you stretch the legs out in front, allow for a micro bend in the knees if that feels good. Inhale, take your arms out and up towards the sky. Exhale as you bow forward. Bend your knees as much as you'd like. And then allow the fingertips to trace up the legs, gently massaging the top of the legs. Inhale, open arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Gently rolling the spine up. Arms sliding up the legs. 2 more times. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, bow forward. And slowly rolling up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up nice and slow. Once your spine is vertical, take a pause right here. Allowing for a moment to tune into your breath and your body. And you can keep your legs stretched out, or you can cross the legs. We're going to come into a gentle side stretch and then move into our traditional yin and restorative shapes. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, release. Tilting to the left. Left fingertips to the earth. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, tilt to the left. Ground that right sit bone, release that right shoulder blade down the back. And out to come out, you're going to gently roll the right shoulder forward. Stretch the right arm out in front and all the way towards the right. Release the right fingertips to the earth. Take a pause. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Trusting you are exactly where you need to be right now. Inhale your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, tilt to the right. Ground that left sit bone. Release the left shoulder blade down the back. Feel that juicy stretch on the left side of your body. And very slowly start to round your left shoulder forward. Stretch that left arm out in front of you. And then towards the left, still shoulder height. And release. Deep breath in and out. Place the backs of the hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Tuning into the palms of the hands for 5 more breaths. Just noticing what's here. Allowing this practice to nourish you, to illuminate you. One more deep, delicious breath. Now we're going to come on to hands and knees. We're going to come into a lunge and we're going to turn it into a yin shape. So this is where we're going to start to use some of our props. And as I often remind you, using your props takes a little bit of patience sometimes because it might mean that you might need to come out of your shape, make some adjustments, add props, take props away, but just imagine you have all the time in the world, so take it slow. All right, so first, let's use a blanket to support your knees. Place that in the middle of your mat. Keep your other blankets or props nearby. I'm using 2 pillows, just regular pillows. Place that top of the mat. And then I already know I'm going to need another blanket, but you might just try it with the 2 pillows first to see what your body needs. You're going to gently take your right foot over your blankets. And you're going to come into a lunge and then try to slide your pillows in so that your left thigh feels a little bit of support. You can keep your hands on your stack of pillows and blankets, or you can release them onto the mat. And we want to soften the muscles in that left leg as much as possible. Take the gaze down towards your feet, your foot, and gently nod yes and no. And we're going to stay here for at least a minute or 2. So start to soften into that left quad, left hip flexor. Soften your eyes. Allowing this moment to be enough. With the next breath, soften the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the neck. Keep softening that left leg, left quad, left hip flexor. Really noticing the prana, the life force in you. Noticing your breath. Allow the inside of your mouth to soften. Once again, very lightly, very softly, nod your head yes and no. When you are ready, you can always stay in your shape a little bit longer if you need to. We've been here for a couple of minutes. If you're ready to come out, very gently start to shift your hips back. No need to rush, take your sweet time. Now we're going to come into a hamstring stretch on the right side. So the props are going to support the back of that right leg. Lift the toes of that right foot. Keep lifting your heart for a few breaths. If you're not sure what we're doing, gently just take a look at the screen, but then come back to your own body. Trust you know what's best for your body. Soften your eyes. And then maybe you soften that right leg and maybe you start to bow forward a little bit more. Again, just looking for a gentle stretch in that right hamstring. Being kind and compassionate with yourself as you hold space for anything that is coming up for you. Sometimes as we move the body in and out of these shapes, we might release emotions that have been trapped in the body. And one of the nice things about practicing at home is that if anything comes up, right, you can just allow yourself to release without wondering what somebody else is going to say about that or think about that. Take 5 more breaths. Soften that right leg. Bring a little movement to your head. Little being the key word. Nice and gentle and soft. Feel the release that's happening in that right leg, the right hamstring. and check in. Do you want to stay here a little bit longer? Or are you ready to very slowly find your way out of your shape? So come back as you slowly start to shift that right foot back, taking the right knee to meet the left. Come on to the knees. Inhale, arms out, widen up. Exhale, release. You can continue here, or if you'd like, we're going to come into a child's pose. Inhale, arms out, widen up towards the sky. Exhale, bow forward as you start to release your sit bones towards your heels, leading with your heart, resting your forehead on your props. Hands can rest behind the lower back or onto the mat. Take 2 breaths. Now navel in towards the spine, come back onto the knees, take your arms wide and up to the sky. One more time, exhale, bowing forward, sit bones towards the heels, forehead towards your mat, towards your props, hands on your lower back. 2 breaths. Last time, navel in towards your spine, arms out like wings, and then up to the sky. Hands together and then to your heart. Taking a breath. Releasing, surrendering the I, me, mine, the ego. And connecting to that light deep within you. That light that is helping you throughout this transition. I'm going to come into the lunge on the other side. So when you're ready, take your time as you bring your left foot forward. Decide if you want to keep your hands on your stack of props, or if you want to take the hands over to your mat. Tuck your back toes and gently shift that right knee back a little bit. So you're not directly on the knee. The props are supporting your right thigh. Take a few breaths here. And allow the beginning of your pose to be the beginning of your pose, right? So you might need to shift around a little bit until you find that place that feels really good for your body. Gaze towards the earth and start to soften that right quad, that right hip flexor. And for the next minute plus, if it's comfortable, soften your eyes, going inward. More than ever, I feel like we are looking to the external world for guidance, for something. But for the next few minutes, go inward. Trust you know what you need right now. Softening the right side of the body. As the body starts to unwind, allow yourself to make some minor shifts and adjustments. We don't want to overstretch or injure the body, so we're looking for a gentle to moderate stretch. Stretching the right side of the body. The quad, the hip flexor, the psoas. Take a deep breath in and out. Release your thoughts. Come back to your body. Stay here for a few more breaths, or when you're ready, start to shift your hips back. Maybe you bring your hands onto your pillows. Lift the toes of that left foot. Lift your heart. Release the neck, the head. Keep lifting your heart, lifting the toes of that left foot, and then maybe you start to bow forward. Just enough to feel a gentle stretch, and then soften that left leg. Just notice the stretch from that left heel all the way to the lower back. Keep coming back to your breath. Softening that left leg. Softening your neck and your mouth. Notice how your body is embracing this stillness. Three more breaths. And using the path of least resistance to come out of your shape. Maybe you gently bend into that left knee, bring the left hand on the inside of that left leg. Start to shift your left foot, take the left knee back to meet the right. Coming on to the knees, inhale, arms wide, and then up to the sky. Exhale, gently bow forward. Sit bones towards the heels, hands to your lower back, forehead to your props. Last time, inhale, arms wide and up. Exhale, gently bow forward. Sit bones towards the heels, hands to your lower back, forehead to the earth. And then gently lift your heart. Noticing how you feel. How it feels to practice together this evening. So we're going to come into a nice side stretch. It's called lizard pose. So we're going to continue to use the props that you already have set up. And for this one, really, you might need to come in and out a few times until it feels right. I know that that's usually the case for me. So we're going to come on to hands and knees. Just back a little bit. You're going to bring your left foot towards the left side of your mat. Somewhere towards the left hand. Your toes are pointing out at a 45-degree angle, as is your knee. And then you're going to very slowly start to release onto that right hip. Place your right hand on your mat. That right leg is stretched all the way out. Your left foot is still on the mat. Gently bend that right elbow and just notice that sweet stretch on the right side of your body. Gaze towards that left foot. Noticing the stretch on the right side of your body, and check in. Do you need to make any adjustments? Maybe you need a blanket to support that right hip. Maybe you need to remove a blanket. Right. Just take 5 more breaths here, tuning into that gentle stretch on the right side of your body. We won't be here too long. And then eventually, place your left leg on top of your right. You're going to stretch your right leg, slide your right arm all the way out. You're going to rest your head on your hand, on your arm. Left arm on your left hip, chin towards your heart. Here you can always bring a blanket in for the head, if that feels better. With the next breath, take your left arm up to the sky, over the head. Left palm rests somewhere near the right palm, chin towards your heart. Maybe as a micro movement, the heart turns towards the sky. Keep releasing the chin towards the heart, and then soften your body, trusting in your body and in your breath and in this moment. Noticing your left rib cage. Softening any part of the body that's feeling a little bit tight. Allowing yourself just to be. Noticing the subtle releases of the body when you give yourself permission to rest, to let go. Soften your mouth, your shoulders, your back, your belly. Stay right here, or as you exhale, gently allowing that left arm to float up to the sky. And then towards that left hip. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left arm towards the right. Soften the hips, the shoulders. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left arm towards the left hip. Last time. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left arm meets the right. Take 3 breaths. Chin towards the heart. Left arm up to the sky. Bring your left hand onto your pillow, somewhere near your face. You're going to press on your left hand. Bring your right hand to the mat. Gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And once you get to a place where the spine is vertical, soften. Soften your eyes, soften your breath, your body. Tuning into the changing sensations in your body. And when you're ready, you're going to come in to your shape on the other side. So I'm switching my pillows to the other side just so you can see me. You don't have to. So you're going to come back onto hands and knees. You're going to place your hands on your props maybe. Bring your right foot forward. Toes are pointing at a 45-degree angle, as is the knee. And then start to just gently release your left hip to the earth. So that left leg is long, your right foot is still on the mat, and adjust it as necessary. Bring your left hand onto the mat. And then just soften right here, noticing just a very gentle stretch on the left rib cage, your intercostal muscles, right hand on the right knee. You can gently bend your left elbow or not. Bring a little movement to your head. Taking a deliberate pause. Allowing yourself to savor this moment. Notice the stretch on the left side of your body. Keep adjusting. Take 10 more breaths right here. Releasing the left side of your body. Maybe you take the gaze to the right, gaze to the left. Stay here. This feels really good for you right now. Otherwise, bring your right hand onto your props. Start to gently stack your right leg over your left. Slide that left arm out over your head. Rest your head on your hand, on your arm. If you have a block, you can use your block or a blanket or a pillow. Right arm on the right side of the body. Just take a breath. Stay right here, or take your right arm up and over the head. Right hand reaches towards the left hand. And just keep adjusting until your body feels like it's safe and it can soften. I'd like to, as a micro movement, turn my heart up towards the sky, tuck the chin. And just notice how you feel in the shape softening, allowing. Soften the legs, soften the belly, the heart. Keep allowing yourself to soften, letting go. Notice if your mind has drifted. Bring your mind gently back to your body and your breath. I know I say that a lot, but that is the practice, right? To notice when we've wandered off, that is mindfulness. And then we make the choice to direct our attention towards something. And in this case, it would be the body or the breath. Right? Instead of being thrashed around by our wants and external circumstances, we choose. We choose what to think. 3 more breaths. Stay right here, or if you'd like, slowly release the right arm alongside the right side of the body. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right arm over the head. Exhale, release the arm. 2 more times with your own sweet breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Allowing yourself to enjoy this moment. And when you're ready, place that right hand somewhere down in front of your face. Keep your chin tucked as you press on your right hand. Press on your left hand to help you bring your spine to a vertical position. Soften your eyes when you get there. Take a pause. Open your eyes. Noticing, acknowledging this peace that's deep within you right now. Going to use your pillows to support your calves and maybe using a blanket to support your head. So place that wherever you think your head will rest. Calves resting on the pillows. If you have a block, maybe you place the block to support your heels. Take your sweet time as you release onto your back. Adjust your hair. Maybe you take off your glasses if you're wearing glasses. Shift your hips around a little bit. Take a deep, juicy breath in and out. in towards your right shoulder. Left knee in towards the left shoulder. Take the arms on the insides of the legs. Rest the hands on your shins. Lift your head. Release the chin towards the heart. Release the head. And just take a few breaths right here. Softening your eyes. Softening your mouth. Tuning in to that gentle stretch on the inner thighs. Savoring this moment. And when you're ready, slowly release the right leg all the way out. And then the left. Place your hands on your belly. Feel the belly rise and fall with your breath. Connecting with each in-breath and each out-breath. Noticing each breath and see if you can notice the space at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath. Soften the eyes if that's comfortable. Allowing yourself to rest in Shavasana. I will tell you when it's time to come out. Softening as you allow yourself to rest. Balancing the energy in your body and in your mind, in your heart. Letting go of the I, the me, the mind. Placing your right hand on top of your heart. Ending our practice tonight by reconnecting with your light. By allowing yoga to be your inner compass tonight and every night. Taking one more deep breath in and out. Hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for taking the time to slow down, to nourish your body, your mind, and your heart. The love and light in me honors the love and light in you. Thank you, sweet yogis. Have a beautiful evening.